Welcome to Boxing Confidential. On this edition, we will be reviewing the upcoming January 24th battle between Antonio Margarito and Sugar Shane Mosley. As always, I encourage you to check out www.boxingconfidential.com on a daily basis for your latest in boxing news and opinion, uncut and raw. There are no conflict of interest on the website. We kick it in terms of reality, what's really going on in the boxing world. This time around, we will be discussing the upcoming bout between Antonio Margarito and Sugar Shane Mosley, which will be taking place January 24th at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. That bout is between Margarito, a man that is considered by many the best welterweight in the world, and this recognition came after he defeated Miguel Angel Cotto in 2008 in an instant classic of a fight, a battle in which Margarito broke down Cotto over the entire fight, taking the best from Cotto, only to give him his best in return. As for Shane Mosley, he's kind of on the twilight of his career, the back end of his career. He's 37 years old. He's been fighting at 154. He dipped down into welterweight in 2007 to give Miguel Cotto a spirited battle, even though Shane Mosley did lose a decision there at Madison Square Garden in New York City. But this is his last push to be a major figure in high-level professional boxing. It's do or die for Shane Mosley. How does Antonio Margarito win this fight? Very simply, all he has to do is keep the pressure on Shane Mosley over the length of the bout. Margarito is stronger. He's a bigger man. He should be able to impose his will, much like we're watching on this clip here when Margarito fought Miguel Cotto. As you can see, Antonio Margarito could dictate the action, push the fight, even when his opponent is firing stiff counter punches. Antonio Margarito has the ability to walk through punches, especially headshots, and keep the pressure on his opponent. How about Sugar Shane? How could he possibly win this fight? There are many experts that believe Mosley is capable of beating Margarito. For Mosley to win this fight, he'd have to basically keep the fight in the middle of the ring, much like Paul Williams did against Margarito when Paul Williams took a split decision victory over Margarito back in 2007. The only problem with Mosley is he's not a left-handed fighter like Paul Williams. He's not as tall as Paul Williams. He won't have the ability to manhandle Margarito like Paul Williams did at 6'1". So Mosley would have to hope to keep the fight in the middle of the ring like you're watching here in this clip, attack first, and then hold, which Mosley's been doing more and more of recently in terms of holding. Or he could try to do what Miguel Cotto did, which is attack first and then retreat. But doing that over the course of 12 rounds against an aggressive fighter like Antonio Margarito is a difficult task for any fighter, much less a fighter of 37 years of age in the twilight of his career once again. So what's going to happen? How is this going to play out? What's my prediction? It's going to be the same thing we saw in the fight between Margarito and Miguel Cotto. You're going to see Margarito impose his will, and sooner or later, he's going to dispose of Shane Mosley. Will he knock out Mosley? I don't know. Shane Mosley has never been knocked out. He's lost 5 professional contests, all by decision. He's never been knocked out. It'll be tough to knock out Mosley. So I think Margarito will just batter Shane over the course of 12 rounds. That's it for this edition of Boxing Confidential. As always, check us out daily, www.boxingconfidential.com, for the real news, the real opinions, the real insight to the world of boxing. Okay, we keep it real for the boxing fans. If you have anything to add, if you have an opinion to share, you can hit us up at boxingconfidentialradio@gmail.com. And almost every single Monday night of the year, we have a live Boxing Confidential radio show, which can be heard on boxingconfidential.com every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So enjoy the fights, and hopefully you add us to your YouTube favorites, and you'll keep it locked on boxingconfidential.com.